Hey, happy holidays. Welcome. You're probably just hanging out with your family, probably eating some pie, some leftovers. I don't know. Or you're watching this before Thanksgiving and now it's awkward because you're not eating anything. But maybe you're watching this in the future and you're just like, and you're doing like Christmas leftovers at this point. Yeah, let's go with that. We nailed it. I saw Spirited. This is a Apple TV Plus movie starring Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell. It's directed by Sean Anders, who directed things like Daddy's Home and Instant Family. Octavia Spencer's also in this. A few others that are actually, really a few people that pop up here and they're like, yeah, I know that person. So yeah, what is Spirited? Spirited is a kind of I hate to say a modern take, but that's kind of what it is. This a modern retelling slash parody of A Christmas Carol, the Charles Dickens classic. And it is a musical. So to set it all up, you have Will Ferrell, who plays the Ghost of Christmas Present. He is a part of this team that is it's a behind the scenes look of what it takes to pull off a Christmas Carol, if you will. And Ryan Reynolds is someone who Will Ferrell's character. I'm just gonna call them by their names now. Ryan Reynolds plays someone who is unredeemable, and the Ghost of Christmas Present really, really wants to do this, but he's also having some thoughts about when you do this job, you can also retire out of it, which is you kind of get like a severance package of you get to go back and live a normal life. He kind of sees this as his white whale, and he wants to knock this out before he gives it all up. And yeah, and there are musical numbers just kind of along the way. Going in, I was a little. It's like it seems like a really cool idea. It like on the surface, it seems, oh cool. You got Ryan Reynolds, you got Will Ferrell. They're going to be in a Christmas musical that kind of pokes fun at Charles Dickens and all the remakes. They even mentioned Scrooged, one of my favorites. But and so you think, okay, it'll be fine. You see kind of the director of it, you're like, okay, like how are they going to pull this off and actually make it really memorable and really good? Well, I'm here to tell you, like, I was super surprised by this movie. And I think a lot of it has to do with the musical numbers. They're just really good. They're really catchy. It's the duo who also did music for La La Land and The Greatest Showman, so of course they're gonna like come to play. But there's just something that like about the songs that are so big and so fun, and not just the songs, but the actual performance of them. This is, I think, Ryan Reynolds' first kind of like musical debut, and he knocks it out of the park. Will Ferrell's been in the producers, and he's really great. All these people are great. Octavia Spencer's in the movie, and she's great. So like, there's not like a bad performance in here, but overall, like, what just blew me away was the actual numbers themselves. They feel so big. They are really cool to look at. There's a lot of dancing. There's a lot of physical moments in them. And what is so great is you really look at it, and if you pay close attention, like, that really is Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell like tap dancing, and that is like them doing these big moves. And there's like one sequence that is just really beautiful to watch. That has it's very like low key, but with like these lights, and it's just like you just can't help but get caught up in it. There are not a lot of twists, but there are some things that they you think they're gonna zig, but they zag, and there are moments that it's not like you're watching like okay, the same thing that you've seen a million times. It is nice in that, and there are. I will say, if there were a few things that not drag it down, but there are a few things that maybe slow this down, and one of them is the the runtime. It is like long, it's more than 2 hours, and I know you're doing it's a lot. You're doing a Christmas Carol, but you're also a musical, and so those musical numbers, of course, are going to take up some time. It really is. If you're looking for a Christmas movie that makes you feel really good, that's fun, that's and you don't have to sit down and like really pay attention to all of it. It's and just kind of makes you feel good. This is it. If you've been looking for that new Christmas movie, if you've been there's a space between Die Hard and Home Alone that you've been looking to fill in the schedule, like I would try this one. It's a good time. I was shocked. Believe me, I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow. The more I think about it, the more I really really enjoy this movie, and the more than anything, the songs. I'm gonna give this 7 out of 10 bah humbugs. Like it's just so it's just I keep saying it's a lot of fun. It really is a great holiday movie. So if you have an Apple TV Plus subscription, go check it out. If you don't, find a friend, get a free trial, go buy an iPhone. This is not sponsored. Not sponsored. Get a free trial, but it's a lot of fun, and I think a lot of people are gonna like it. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, so I'm hoping that it kind of starts picking back up. And I would not be surprised if they try to even push some of these songs into the Oscar category. So it really is. It's a really fun, well-made movie that is very surprising, and yeah, so you should go check it out, and hopefully you like it too. Un esercito di prodi